Good evening, everyone. My name is Hasti Tagardoon, and I'm the ASD president. I'd like to welcome you to the Dr. T.J. Owens Gilroy Early College Academy graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. We will begin the ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. Ready and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Hasti. Good evening and welcome. My name is Sonia Flores, and I am honored to serve as the principal of the Dr. T.J. Owens Gilroy Early College Academy, or as we affectionately call it, GECA. Class of 2021, congratulations. You've made it. I'm happy that we are able to honor you with both this virtual graduation and our in-person celebration, even with all of our social distancing protocols. First and most importantly, I want to thank your parents, relatives, and friends for supporting you throughout your 4 years at GECA, for listening to the challenges you faced, to celebrating the successes you've accomplished. Further, your achievement could not be possible without the partnerships that exist for our school's benefit. Thank you to the Gilroy Unified School District Board of Trustees, as well as the Gavilan College Board of Trustees, for your ongoing support of our students and our program. Specifically, I want to recognize and thank Gilroy Unified Superintendent Dr. Deborah Flores, including members of her cabinet, as well as Gavilan College President Dr. Kathleen Rose and members of her cabinet for providing the leadership and vision and support to continue driving our school's success forward. I must also thank Christopher High School administration for assisting GECA with producing this year's virtual graduation and for hosting GECA's in-person graduation for our class of 2021 and for their immediate households. Further, thank you to this year's PTSA leadership, specifically PTSA President Ms. Melissa Avila Carroll and members of her board, and other GECA parents such as Ms. Linda Lemon, Ms. Rebecca Toss, Ms. Yolanda Muro, and Ms. Ana Montes for seeking ways to make this year's distance celebration a special one for the class of 2021. And of course, thank you for the hard work and dedication of our GECA and Gavilan staff. You are very appreciated in all that you do for this school and community. It is through your instructional leadership, high expectations, and belief in our students that spark their curiosity and propel them throughout their time at GECA. Finally, to the family members of Dr. T.J. Owens, thank you for being a presence in our school, ensuring that Dr. Owens' legacy and impact in the world of education continues. This year's graduation marks 10 years since the first graduation with the class of 2011, an important milestone to celebrate. A decade of graduates benefiting from the partnership between Gavilan College and Gilroy Unified, with alumni fulfilling the mission of our school to be someone, go somewhere, seek excellence. Most of our alumni have completed their bachelor's degrees, with some going on to graduate programs, and many, many more entering the workforce in the careers of their dreams. Doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, law enforcement, our entrepreneurs, and the list goes on. 10 years ago, Dr. Owens' brother, Mr. Felton Owens, spoke to the first graduating class, informing them that his older brother, Dr. T.J. Owens, was like a pebble thrown into a pond, causing ripples that reached the far banks of the shore. Dr. T.J. Owens was that pebble that influenced his siblings to pursue higher education, since he himself was the first to go to college in his family. And similarly, each of you are the pebbles that make an impact. Each of you create the ripples that will extend far beyond what you may expect or even dream of. And this is what our school's mission tries to inspire. Be someone, go somewhere, seek excellence. Year after year, our school continues to succeed and improve from the previous year's accomplishments, and the class of 2021 has been part of this legacy. 88% of you petitioned Gavilan College to graduate with your associate's degree as part of the spring 2021 graduating class. And your class is the largest graduating class completing GECA so far. You have fostered a welcoming environment among yourselves and have collaborated with the school staff to establish that same environment for our freshmen, who have yet to experience a day of instruction on site. I know that you have motivated our freshmen to keep working diligently. You have shown what is possible during 4 years at GECA. You are all leaders in your own right, whether you hold a title or not. And it has been a privilege being part of your educational journey. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2021. At this time, I would like to introduce the student selected to give the historian address. You may know her from all of the spoken word competitions that she's won, whether it be the Rotary Speech Contests or the Poetry Out Loud competitions. You may even know her from her active involvement with GECA's Writing Club or the Red Cross Club, or through her community involvement, founding a Girls Who Code Club at the Gilroy Library. This accomplished young student is headed to Columbia University in the fall with 2 associate's degrees under her belt. I know that she will bring even more light and energy to New York City while pursuing her own success. Please welcome Clarissa Lara.
This speech was made possible by 12 years in public education and viewers like you. Thank you. Warning, the following speech will be riddled with inside jokes, thinly veiled cliches, and cartoon wisdom. Viewer discretion is advised. For your safety, make sure you are wearing closed-toed shoes, goggles, and your hair tied back. Sean, Luke, RJ, Miss Khan has some rubber bands should you need them. Welcome staff, parents, other filler characters, and most importantly, class of 2021. Fellow GECA kids, this one is for us. We made it. We're here. We're actually graduating from high school, from GECA. I want to congratulate you all. You may never have to explain to someone what GECA is ever again. Together, we survived Mr. Fox's cross-country run, that goose by the duck pond, Jason, and Friday math. We survived Adams's world and geography quizzes, Miss Khan's stamps, and the big plus sign. Unlike me, I hope you survived Infinity War spoilers, Natalie. We had the privilege of being in the presence of Shiva Mangaraju and having Mrs. Karn not once, but twice. We got to see Mr. Cherney's Alabama Law shirt and whittle away at Miss Bruce's sticker collection. We survived talking about our feelings in community circles and awkwardly asking the librarian to use the study rooms at Gav. We even got to meet Mr. Chin and compete in his marble races, of which I'm still salty I never won, by the way. And, of course, the elephant in the room, we're getting through a global pandemic. With these unprecedented times and finding a new normal, you have all endured. I know this year wasn't what any of us envisioned. I know this moment isn't what any of us foresaw a year ago. But I want you all to know that for whatever it's worth, I'm so proud of us. I know the last 4 years have been hard. A lot of us experienced more stress and anxiety than we'd ever had before. We hit new roadblocks. We found pieces of ourselves we didn't know we had and lost others. We made mistakes and failed. We learned so much and we grew. We've had to start asking ourselves big questions, and I know I've gone through far too early midlife crises. But I guess one of the most important things I've learned this year is that it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to not know just yet. Sometimes we can feel trapped, whether it be because we're tied down by our financial situation, or the future we want, or the expectations of others. But if you're not enjoying your life, Please know that you are the navigator. You can always chart your own course. Be careful not to get caught up in the planning though, because life continues even as you're preparing for it. So enjoy the time you have and live here and now. As the wise Uncle Ira once said, life happens wherever you are, whether you make it or not. And you know what, guys? Ultimately, we're the ones living each day one at a time. So I hope we're all able to shape those days however we please, while stopping every once in a while to smell the roses, of course. The road ahead is long, and I know it can feel as if the world we're inheriting has been burning long before we were even a twinkle in anyone's eyes. We didn't start the fire, but I hope we can all do our part to fight it. So, after having endured the wisdom I've cultivated over all of 18 years, we will leave here today and no longer be young, dumb, broke high school kids. But before we go, I want you all to remember, water isn't wet, but you should still drink it. Sunscreen is important, so wear it. Sleep isn't only for the weak, and we're gonna be okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarissa. Over the past 4 years, our salutatorian has demonstrated her compassion and studiousness. Motivated to help others, she has served as a GECA tutor and Gavilan tutor. Tomorrow, she is also attaining her associate's degree from Gavilan College. Please join me in applauding Inez.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here for this momentous occasion. Thank you, parents, teachers, friends, and families for joining us today. But most importantly, welcome to the class of 2021. Congratulations on your great achievement that is making it through all 4 years of GECA. It has been a tough journey, and regrettably not everyone from freshman year is here with us today. As our favorite PE coach always said, pain is just weakness leaving the body, and after 4 years of pain, we must certainly be a lot stronger. Yes, we have faced many challenges, as Clarissa mentioned just a few. Yet, no matter what we faced, we never let these obstacles stop us. We grew closer through hardship and supported each other. In those times, we helped each other, taught each other. We also officially tried to lighten the homework load, not only for ourselves, but also our underclassmen, who would one day follow in our footsteps and go through the pain that is sophomore year. Although we fought valiantly, we lost. But even though we were unable to make a change, I still greatly respect everyone for trying. This is actually one of the things I love the most about this graduating class. We have a strong sense of community and we try to make a difference. I think that this strong community started when we all got stuck in that bus together. Nothing better to get teenagers to become friends than to stuff them into a large metal tin can on wheels for hours. But I guess in the end that paid off, because I have made many friends I know I will keep throughout life. But no matter how much we loved high school and how much we have achieved, we are proudly moving on now to the next stage of our lives. We are growing up and becoming adults. We are getting driver's licenses. We are getting jobs. We are moving forwards, but not apart. Whether it be college or elsewhere, I know that this class will achieve greatness. Overall, we really have learned a lot at GECA, and for that we have our principal, staff, teachers, mentors, professors, and each other to thank, but also ourselves, because after all, our determination and hard work is what got us here. And now to finish the speech with some wise words, because let's be honest, my wisdom is a limited resource and I seem to be running out. Walt Disney himself once said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." So I guess that means I can finally hold my tongue and let you all live your lives. You're all splendid individuals of which I am both proud of and admire, because I know that you will all be someone, go somewhere, and achieve excellence. Thank you all for these last 4 years and for these cherished memories. I wish you the best for your future.
Thank you, Inez. At this time, I would like to introduce this year's valedictorian, who happens to have a grade point average of a 4.73. She is leaving Gavilan College with 2 associate's degrees, one in computer programming and the other in mathematics. An incredibly talented musician and artist, an individual who has overcome her own personal challenges and who has given back to our GECA community. It is my privilege to introduce you to this awe-inspiring and gifted and diligent student, Claire Huang.
Good evening, parents, teachers, administrators, and my friends, the graduating class of 2021. Today, we're completing an important chapter of our lives. We're graduating. And a graduation is kind of like going through the different stages of separation anxiety, huh? Fear, grief, reinvention, and acceptance. First stage, fear. We're staring straight into an abyss of the unknown now. And it's perfectly fine to fear the unknown. After all, we're going from the comfort of routine into something we have not experienced yet. But I hope that I can reassure you to not fear the unknown. Just like some people have explored Half Dome and other people have explored the valleys of the Grand Canyon, the next years of our life are merely another place to explore. And we're heading into it at the same time. Second stage, grief. We're all grieving over a sense of loss for the moments we experienced together. I know I'll miss the nice long walks with Cassandra and Inez through Gavilan in the fall, watching Jason slowly fall asleep in remote learning class, or our entire class losing badly to spirit competitions every year. We have kept each other afloat for 4 years by weaving a safety net of hopes, of dreams, of strength that we didn't know that we had. And I'm sad that I have to leave these memories behind. And I'm especially going to miss this class. When you look back on our time together, I hope you remember with a sense of pride how we became a class known for our community, our compassion, and our kindness. Please remember how we weren't afraid to make our voices heard by collectively asking our teachers to give us less work in sophomore year or demanding all the RAS stickers. Please remember how at the beginning of this year we brainstormed so many ways to better the high school experience of the classes coming after us. I hope you can carry the spirit of our class with you as you venture out. The world could always use more kindness. Third stage, reinvention. My hope for us is that we do not let fear of failure prevent us from going after what we dream of. So, what if things don't go quite right? To bring up an idea from Conan O'Brien's speech to Dartmouth, it is when our worst fears are realized that we become free of our expectations for ourselves. Through the trial by fire that Gecko was, we have found clarity. We have found conviction, not in any particular path or fate, but in ourselves, to exist as we are. And it is only with this acquired clarity that one can truly start to explore and reinvent themselves. Last stage, acceptance. So, this is where we are now. We're leaving childhood behind. And sure, we could have done some things differently, but I hope that even if you do manage to burn a salad or two, you take pride in your growth. Even if it's just little steps like doing one single push-up or folding one t-shirt. It's a step forward, and that's fine. Work hard, be kind, especially to yourselves, and go for your dreams. We are the new generation. We are the new ideas. We are a part of the wave that will push this earth forward. Thank you for being with me on our journey together, and I wish you a fulfilling life.
And now, for the next part of our program, the awards and recognition of some outstanding members of this class. I am Miss Kamala Wood, GECA's ASB advisor and honors biology teacher. First, I would like to recognize the students that have served on ASB and student government, many of which have served most of their GECA career. These students have helped the GECA community become stronger and closer, even when facing enormous challenges. They have stepped up to make GECA fun, engaging, and most importantly, a family that supports one another and cares for each other. A heartfelt thank you to all of you for everything you have done for GECA. Caesar Arias, Ephraim Ung, Claire Huang, Gabriel Kong, Alexander Machino, Abby Melton, Kirtana Nambiar, Eduardo Padilla, Kelly Ramirez Hernandez, Jewel Thomas, Hasti Tirgardoon, Xiomara Urias, Nat Vasconcelos, Kate Wilbur, Melissa Wood, Edison Perrier. Thanks again to all of the outstanding students. Next, I would like to present the award for the overall 12th grade Student of the Year. This student has impressed the entire GECA community from the moment he set foot on campus 4 years ago. His kindness and humble nature have had an enormous impact on those around him. He is thoughtful, intelligent, talented, and compassionate. Even in the face of adversity, he never fails to step up and not only meet the challenge head on, but lift up those around him with encouragement and perseverance. The students and staff will also greatly miss his amazing violin concerts given to brighten our days. Congratulations, Gabriel Kong. And now for the Overall Character Counts Award. If there was one word to describe this student, it would be passionate. Everything that she does is done to perfection, which is not an overstatement. She has reached out to staff to make sure they are okay during this pandemic. She has a kind heart, and she truly cares for her peers. She is exuberant, positive, and her character represents all that we strive for here at GECA. We will miss her animated and captivating poetry out loud skills as well. Congratulations, Clarissa Lara.
Hi everybody, my name is Mark Cherney. I teach AP Macroeconomics and AP US History at GECA. Welcome class of 21 and congratulations, and welcome to friends and family who have made it here tonight to be with us. I have the privilege of introducing two special students to you tonight who are set to receive the AP Macroeconomics Student of the Year Award. This is an award given out yearly. These two students, while everybody deserves this award, in my estimation, I do have two students here who have come to every class, have been prepared, ready to go every time, have done their review, have done their practice, and frankly, scored perfect scores on every assignment this year. So these two students are Gabriel Kong and Athena Rutman. So Gabriel, Athena, congratulations, great work, I'm proud of you. You have a bright future ahead of you. And to the entire class of 2021, the same to you. I'm proud of you, you have a great future ahead of you. Good luck.
Good evening. Welcome to the class of 2021 award ceremony / graduation thingy. My name is Eric Adams, coming to you from my professional sound booth. I'm the AP Government teacher and the AP World History teacher. I was given the option to recognize a few students tonight. Unfortunately, my benevolent overlord only gave me 2 options. I would love to select more, but I had the tough choice of narrowing it down to 2. So I'm just going to dive right into it. Our first student that I'd like to recognize tonight is Athena Rutman. Just an overall fantastic student, of course, that's the obvious part. What I think makes Athena unique, though, is that she's able to get a lot done with, well, kind of like sneaking around behind the scenes. She doesn't really talk much, but I actually pretty quickly realized I didn't have to worry about her much either. She works extremely hard. She does all her homework. She aces every quiz, aces every test, got nearly 100% in my AP government class. I expected nothing less, but even then I was still blown away by her achievements, and not just in my class, but throughout her career. So I recognize Athena tonight because I know that she has a bright future. I'm excited for her, and she definitely deserves to be formally recognized in front of her peers. So congratulations, Athena. Proud of you. Our next student that I'd like to recognize is RJ Parker, or Robert Junichi Parker, or just Junichi. I change his name every week. RJ is a special kid as well. Definitely too informed for his age, but that could be a good thing. Sometimes too much knowledge is a curse, but I know RJ will do good things with it. A pleasure to talk to, just an absolute pleasure to have in class to discuss not only global affairs, politics, world history, but music and culture. The man knows his stuff, and unfortunately, I had a trip planned last year or 2 years ago, I forget now, for a DC trip, and he was the first to sign up, and I was already super excited to go on that trip, because if RJ was going, I knew it was going to be a good trip. He knows his stuff, and he likes to talk about those type of things with me. So, of course, AP Government was right up his alley, and he did not disappoint. Not only getting an A in my class, but just overall bringing a sense of engagement to the class that, every day I come in worried that seniors weren't going to say anything, and I was pleasantly surprised every day, especially with RJ. And so that's why I think RJ deserves to be formally recognized tonight as well, and I hope that he keeps me in mind when he's a politician someday. I'd like to be in your cabinet. Thank you, have a good night, and congratulations, class of 2021.
Every year, Senior Project presents its own unique challenges, and this year, with the pandemic, was no exception. Every year, I'm asked to choose 2 students who stand out among their peers for their work in Senior Project, and this year it was just as challenging as ever. But I have to give the most impressive Senior Project awards to Hasti Tigerdoon and Claire Wong for their work in Senior Project that went above and beyond every day, and they even finished their projects early. Thank you both.
Hello, I'm Mr. Chin, the ACA Prep 12 teacher this year, and I just want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the entire senior class for graduating and making it through this difficult process of virtual learning. In addition, you have applied to universities and scholarships the entire year, and I just want to congratulate all of you for the amount of effort that you have put in to make it to this point. It really, truly has been a pleasure to work with all of you. The Gilroy Foundation has been able to award the Uvas Creek Scholarship for $20,000 to Inez and Elizabeth Sanchez. The Gilroy Foundation's Sakabozo Scholarship for $750 has been awarded to Elizabeth Sanchez. And the Gilroy Foundation's We Are All Connected for $1,000 scholarship has been awarded to Inez. The Rotary General Scholarships have been awarded for $1,000 to Jason Chung, for $750 to Clarissa Lara, and for $300 to Eric Ruiz Gill. The Gilroy Sunrise Rotary Scholarship for $1,000 has been awarded to Carlos Lopez, and the U.S. Navy ROTC Scholarship for $180,000 has been awarded to Ephraim Ong. In addition, for the National Merit Scholarship Program, as a finalist, Claire Huang has been awarded $2,500. We also had a finalist in Daniel Tran. Cassandra Maita was a semifinalist, and Caspian Antrim was a commended scholar. Jack Van is also a commended scholar. So congratulations to all seniors. It's been a pleasure every single day working with you. I appreciate all the energy that you've given to me and helped push me through this year. I know I've been super privileged to work with all of you, and I can't say enough positive things about every one of you.
The Dennis DeBell Memorial Scholarship was funded by Mr. Dennis DeBell upon his death in 1985. Mr. DeBell was a building contractor in Gilroy, the father of 4 sons who attended Gilroy schools, and he served as a City of Gilroy Planning Commissioner and City Councilman. His bequest established the DeBell Scholarship for Gilroy residents to attend who might not otherwise be financially able to obtain a college degree. This year's award is given to Cesar Arias for $1,000. The Tom Bundros Memorial Scholarship was founded in memory of Tom Bundros by Tina Bundros, his wife. They were fortunate to make Gilroy their home for the past 35 years and for their children to graduate from Gilroy High. Tom served as a board member of the Gilroy Unified School District Board of Education for 12 years. The Bundros family have been lifelong supporters of educating all Gilroy youth. Tom believed that education was the key to opening any door, and he researched and fought for best practices to be implemented for all students. Tom believed that education was the key to opening any door, and he researched and fought for best practices to be implemented for all students to succeed and fulfill their potential. This year's award is given to Abigail Melton for $1,000.
Hello, my name is Brenda Garibay. I am the school counselor at GECA, and I am here to present the Double Community Service Hours recognition. The following students are being recognized because they served twice the number of required community service hours for graduation. They all have served 160 hours or more. Great job and congratulations to the following students: Famitzai Aceves, Lauren Anderson, Jasmine Antrim, Cesar Arias, Jason Chung, Honora AJ, Dacian Felice, Anaí Guerra, Aaron Hageman, Nicholas Hack, Claire Huang, Ayushma Kayatsa, Colin Kurtanabe, Clarissa Lara, Cassandra Maita, Molly Moniz, Clemente Montes, Hugo Muro Avila, Curtana Nambiar, Eduardo Padilla Hermosillo, Athena Rutman, Bikash Sabharwal, Jewel Thomas, Jonah Thomas, Hasti Tiergardoon, Daniel Tran, Xiomara Urias, Daniela Vega, Sandra Villarreal. Now I will present the Seal of Biliteracy recognition. This year, we have 21 students who have earned a Seal of Biliteracy. These students have earned the Seal of Biliteracy in Spanish by showing a high level of proficiency in speaking, reading, and writing in Spanish in addition to English. Congratulations to the following students: Famitzai Aceves, Cesar Arias, Jennifer Avendano Lustre, Anisa Castañeda Gaeta, Pedro Yahir Castro Errejón, Jason Chung, Jack Fan, Andres Garcia, Jacqueline Garcia Perez, Anaí Guerra, Alexander Johnson, Jacqueline Letono, Carlos Lopez, Molly Moniz, Hugo Muro Avila, Lindsay Rodriguez Gonzalez, Elizabeth Sanchez, Arman Sohi, Blanca Torres, Xiomara Urias, Sandra Villarreal. Congratulations. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to continue on with a tradition that we have had at all graduation ceremonies by thanking a member of our school's community with our Special Commendation Award. This is an award that GECA awards each year to individuals who have shared their time, treasure, and talent. This individual has worked in Gilroy Unified for over 30 years, working as a teacher, coach, and literacy facilitator at South Valley Middle School and Brownell Middle School, and most recently as the assistant principal of Ascension Solorzano Middle School. She is retiring this year after serving the school district for so many years in numerous capacities. And it is actually thanks to her that our school, namely GECA, to this day fervently adheres to the secret sauce of success known as KCS. Appropriately so, we recognize the first graduating class of GECA, the class of 2011, 10 years later, while also recognizing the work of one of GECA's incredible founding teachers. It is with great pleasure that I present this year's Special Commendation Award to Ms. Sharla Mittman. Congratulations and thank you. I know that GECA would not be the success story it has been without her leadership, serving as a founding teacher for the school. Her dedication to students, her commitment to education and student character, and her fighting spirit are all woven into the fabric of GECA. Ms. Mittman, as you leave GECA to enjoy retirement, know that we will continue to build upon the foundation that you established back in 2007. Now, I must also add that Ms. Mittman had no idea that she would be receiving this award in person, nor did she know at the time of recording her keynote address for this virtual celebration. I am delighted that we can honor Ms. Mittman not only with this award, but also with the privilege of addressing the class of 2021 as a keynote speaker. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Sharla Mittman.
Thank you, Principal Flores. Thank you for this opportunity to share a few words with this incredibly resilient group. It is an absolute honor. Good evening, family and friends, Superintendent Flores, and distinguished board members. And most of all, congratulations to you, the class of 2021. It has been an interesting year. I'd like to begin this evening with a short tribute to my father, Frederick Carl Mittman. He was born on May 1st, 1922, in what was once known as West Germany. He had a flawless olive complexion, jet black hair that turned a brilliant gray as he grew older, and a smile that would stop you in your tracks. And he had these sky blue eyes that were the first thing you noticed and the last thing you remembered. But because of the rise of Hitler's regime in the 1930s, my father and his family left behind everyone they knew and loved and everything they owned to immigrate from West Germany to the United States of America. Their immigration to the United States was necessary. You see, when you can't and you don't and you won't ever believe in the leadership you are faced with, you have to make choices. You have to take action. And the only choice my father and his family had was to leave their country. So their journey began in 1935. And I say began in 1935 because first, my grandfather came to the United States alone. He spent his first year in America getting acclimated. He had to break the language barrier, find housing, find a job, and find a sponsor who would then help him to bring my Amma to the United States in 1936. In the meantime, my father and his younger sister waited in West Germany for their turn, and their turn finally came in 1937. So after over 2 years of being separated from their parents, my father, 15 years old at the time, and his sister were reunited with their parents in Syracuse, New York. Not only was their immigration necessary, but it was extremely costly. They lost precious time as a family. There was huge monetary and material loss, and there was a devastating loss of cultural identity. My father and his family had to endure the humiliating process of being registered through Ellis Island, and so as not to reflect any German influence at all, my grandfather literally changed his and my father's first and middle names, as well as the spelling of my family's last name. My father, he was the backbone of my family. He was a husband and a dad, a grandfather and a father-in-law. He was well educated and had lots of street smarts. And he worked endlessly until he finally owned his own small business, which he was able to turn over to his children when he retired. He served in the U.S. Army during World War II and was decorated for his efforts. and he continued for many years to serve his community by being an active member of the Milpitas City Council and the San Jose Kiwanis, where he organized, participated, and actually led many community activities. He was respected and loved by everyone who knew him because he had this way about him that made everyone feel valued, listened to, safe, and important. He had so many stories to tell and experiences to share, but most importantly, he had what I called words of wisdom, making my father, to say the least, a very inspiring man. He was my inspiration. He was my true leader. Growing up, I remember many conversations I had with my dad. The one main topic that sticks with me was his explanation of what it means to be a true leader. You see, I was pretty young, maybe about 16 at the time, and I started my first real job. And unfortunately, my boss wasn't the best. I loved my job, I loved the people I worked with, but I couldn't muster an ounce of respect for my boss. And because of this, I had no desire to go beyond the basic expectations of my job. I had no desire to make things happen on my own, and I had absolutely no desire to grow in that position or want to even further myself in that organization, especially if he was still going to continue to be my boss, my leader. Plainly put, I wasn't impressed or inspired by this man at all. And it was then that my father really began to explain to me what true leadership is really all about, what the difference is between someone who is a leader in title only from someone who is a true leader. He said, Shar, you have to understand, true leadership is a mindset, not a title. So from many of our conversations around this topic, here's my takeaway. In not so many words, he said, true leaders nurture future leaders. A true leader gives you something to think about. A true leader allows you to learn and discover on your own. And a true leader gives you ideas, concepts, and maybe even words of wisdom that you want to share with others. But more importantly, he said, a true leader leads with respect and integrity, and in doing so, builds trust. And this trust is earned only through genuinely caring about and valuing people, and in doing so, builds loyalty. And a true leader will do whatever it takes to help others reach their full potential, and in doing so, inspires excellence. My father's words, true leaders nurture future leaders, so inspired me that they are currently stapled to the wall in my office in Solorzano Middle School. As a matter of fact, they were stapled to the walls in all my classrooms, whether it was at GECA, Brownell, or South Valley. It's even a part of my email signature. I deliberately post these 5 words as a reminder of what my responsibility is to my students, my colleagues, and my community. So let's take a look at this notion of a true leader. There are many aspects of being a leader, and every leadership quality can be defined under 2 categories: skills and character. By skills, I mean things like having strong communication skills, good time management skills, being organized. By character, I'm referring to having confidence, being self-motivated, having a positive attitude, being resilient, and having integrity. So I asked 2 questions to this graduating class of 2021. The first question: who are some leaders you admire? There were a number of obviously well-known people who came up. You guys mentioned Martin Luther King Jr., Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Albert Einstein, Rosa Parks, Bernie Sanders, and Barack Obama. But I have to tell you, it was wonderful to see that you included some of the less infamous people as leaders that you admire also. There was a big shout out to Mom, your friends and classmates, and to Principal Flores. keeping in mind that sometimes it's not those people you would assume would provide leadership because their contributions aren't world-renowned, but their contributions are so very important to you personally. They are your inspiration. They are your true leaders. The second question I asked was, what is it that you admire the most about these teachers or these leaders? Your response included integrity, being brave, kind, intelligent, passionate, being empathetic and diligent. Do you find it the least bit surprising that all of your responses that define your admiration for your leaders fall under the category of character, not the skills category? So I think it's safe to say, if you want to be a person of influence, people will respond to the way you behave, not to the skills you've mastered or even the title that you hold. Now, people may be impressed by your good communication skills and flashy presentation and big title, but they most likely won't be all that inspired by them. People are inspired by what you exude. People need to be treated with respect, not just to be nice to or courteous to. You need to genuinely believe in them, identify with their individuality, engage with them, listen and respond to them. You, in order to be a true leader, must earn respect, trust, and loyalty. They are gifts. They are gifts given by those who believe in your leadership, believe in you as a true leader. And these gifts will be earned and deserved because of your character. Being a true leader is no easy feat. You definitely won't be able to take shortcuts. As a true leader, getting people to not only realize their full potential in itself may be a challenge, but first you have to get them to believe in their ability to reach their full potential. And this will require unswerving dedication, again, truly valuing people as people, trusting them and empowering them. It will require patience and the understanding that people make mistakes, and it will be you who help them to learn and grow from their mistakes and move forward. And you will do so with absolutely no judgment. It is your character, like my father said all those years ago, that will define you as either a leader in title only or define you as a true leader. Now, to be fair, these practical skills are also necessary to be an okay leader. But unless you, the true leader, have well-developed character, those practical skills you have mastered will be underutilized and most likely ineffective. I believe that anybody has the capacity or the capability to learn those practical skills necessary to be a leader. But the character traits of a true leader, they are innate. You are born with them. These are the skills that you have to master first. In my 33-year career in Gilroy Unified Schools, I have been blessed with two very important titles, teacher and assistant principal. And although both of these titles mean the world to me, I would love to think that I made the most of the opportunities these titles gave me to lead as a true leader. That I too, like my father, made my students, colleagues, and community feel valued, listened to, safe, and important. That it was my strong sense of character and maybe a few of my words of wisdom that earned me respect, trust, and loyalty. And that I help to nurture future leaders who also respect the same idea that it is those characteristics you openly, consistently, and sincerely display every day that will earn them the gifts of respect, loyalty, and trust of a true leader. It's not because of the title they hold or the practical skills they demonstrate or possess. Having been one of the founding teachers of GECA some 14 years ago, I know the intent of GECA. I know the vision of GECA was designed around building true leaders And for 4 years, you have lived by these words. Be someone, go somewhere, seek excellence. You are so far ahead of the game. You chose to come to GECA. And GECA's motto, GECA's intent is to develop true leaders out of each and every one of you. Stop and think about it. Attending GECA, your choice, has set you up for this. You have all been set up to become true leaders. Your next journey will be an interesting one, to say the least. With the current economic and pandemic challenges we face today, leaders must be more innovative, and leaders must be able to gracefully manage previously unseen complexities and uncertainties, making your leadership, your true leadership, even more essential than ever. Trust me, what is going to help rebuild the confidence and the grace of our great nation is not more leaders in title only. We need true leaders of character to inspire, motivate, and guide the changes necessary to not only recover, but to flourish. So in closing, as our community begins to show signs of normalcy and you venture out, you too will be presented with many titles. And those titles will also present you with multiple opportunities to prove your leadership abilities. Please promise yourself, don't settle on being just a leader in title only. Again, it's not the title we need. It's the inspirational characteristics of the true leader that is needed. So walk with the purpose and the dedication of a true leader. Walk with integrity, walk with respect, and nurture our future leaders. Be that person who others seek out, and be that person who others want to learn from and share what they've learned. Be that person who inspires excellence. Class of 2021, you have to understand something. True leadership is a mindset, not a title. Congratulations once again to you all, true leaders. I know you will be someone. I know you will go somewhere, and I know you will inspire excellence, because after all, it was your choice. You chose GECA. I can't wait to meet all of you in person on May 27th at your graduation ceremony. But until then, thank you. Thank you for your grace and resilience during this trying time of the pandemic. Thank you for your diligence and hard work that has made you, your family, and your community extremely proud. And thank you for what you will accomplish as true leaders in the future. Take care, be safe, and God bless you and your families.
Thank you, Ms. Mittman. Now the moment you have been waiting for, the procession of the graduates of the class of 2021.
Claire Peja Huang. Inez B. Hasti Cassidy Tirgardoon. Clarissa Michelle Lara de Leon. Famitzai Aceves. Andrea Nicole Agpuan. Lauren Joy Anderson. Jasmine Antrim. Cesar Arias. Ephraim Ang. Jennifer Avendano Lustre. Chloe Barker. Octavio G. Barron. Samantha Maria Barros. Ryan Barton. Sean Berg. Anisa Castañeda Gaeta. Pedro Yahir Castro Erejón. Jason Chung. Patrick Josh Yamat Di Castro. Honora AJ. Jack Fan. Dacian Felice. Andres Garcia. Jacqueline Garcia Perez. Anaí Guerra. Aaron Joseph Hageman. Nicholas Hack. Silas Highland. Luke Janssen. Alexander Johnson.
Ayushma Kayasta.
Gabriel Kaiming Kong. Cullen Kurzenabe. Jenna Lemon. Jacqueline Latona. Carlos Lopez. Cassandra Damara Maita. Emily Rose Malo. Anthony Martinez. Alexander Machino. Abigail Melton. Molly Moniz. Clemente Isaiah Montes. Liam Morgan. Hugo Gabriel Muro Avila. Kirtana Rajesh Nambiar. Natalie Olson. Eduardo Padilla Hermosillo. Robert Parker. Edison Perrier. Kelly Ramirez Hernandez. Lindsay Rodriguez Gonzalez. Eric Ruiz Gill. Athena Rutman. Vikash Kumar Sabarwal. Elizabeth Sanchez. Marco Sanchez II. Christian Maxwell Santoyo. Armand Sohi. Rachel Cyan Taz. Jewel Teresa Thomas. Jonah Manyankal Thomas. Blanca Torres. Daniel Tran. Xiomara Lee Urias. Natalie Vasconcelos. Daniela Vega. Sandra Villarreal. Christopher Webb. Kate Emmy Wilbur. Melissa Wood.
Dr. T.J. Owens Gilroy Early College Academy, Class of 2021. Please stand. By the power vested in me as the Superintendent of the Gilroy Unified School District, I hereby certify that you have met the graduation requirements. You may move your graduation tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations!